And shalom, shalom, call hello, Yahabashim Yahushua. It's 1 Timothy 6 and verse 12. It says, fight the good fight of faith. It says, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. It says, fight the good fight of faith. In a fight, you got to be circumspect, you got to be cautious, and watch out, for what your opponent has, You got different things that can take a toll on you, And the elect has all the tools to fight that good fight of faith, all right, through the Spirit. They can see everything that their opponent has, all right, but just going into that fighting part, it's going to be levels of difficulty and things that you got to overcome, all right, or you got to get through. And that's speaking on the straight gate. So this is Matthew 7 and verse 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. So that straight gate is talking about different obstacles that the elect is going to go through. All right. It says, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction. 2/3 in these heathen is going to fall into destruction. All right. And many there be which go in thereat. All right. As many people that are allotted for destruction, and 2/3 for, the lifestyle that they choose and their rebelliousness or their rebellion, Verse 14, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. The kingdom, to get to the kingdom, that route is the road less traveled by, so to speak. All right. The road most traveled by, those individuals are going to be destroyed. All right. Which leadeth unto life. Few there be that find it. It's going to be few that find it because most people are going to be following everybody else and doing what these wicked ass elites tell them to do. All right. So this is it says, fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life. How do you do this? It says lay hold. So hold, you grasp something so that it doesn't slip out. So slip up, it doesn't fall out of your hands. All right, so you gotta lay hold on eternal life. The elect is gonna lay hold on eternal life by staying rooted. All right, the Lord is gonna keep them rooted. This is Sirach 6 and 37. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart and give thee the wisdom at thine own desire. So the elect is going to continually meditate on the Lord's commandments, and commandments also going into precepts. They're going to be constantly thinking about what they can do to make themselves better. All right, it's not going to be, they're not just going to stop and be like, oh yeah, I'm good. They're going to constantly be using that time, that liberty to their advantage. They're going to be constantly making themselves better, whether that be reading, whether that be speaking better, whether that be being more charitable and things as such. They're going to take that liberty to full advantage. They're not going to be like that forgetful hearer. This is James 1 and 25 says, but whoso looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continueth therein, in that law of liberty going into adding things that pertain to salvation and omitting things that don't pertain to salvation, things that you don't necessarily need, that's going to hinder you. All right. It says, and continueth therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man should be blessed in his deed. The elect's going to be blessed in their deed because they're not going to be a forgetful hearer. They're going to keep on working on themselves. All right. All right. Going back to 1 Timothy 6 and 12. It says, whereunto thou art also called. The Lord calls individuals into this thing. He called, and more specifically, he chose the elect. The elect didn't choose him. The Lord Yahabashim Yahushua chose the elect. All right, and this is John 15 and 16. It says, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. So the Lord chose the elect. You know, they didn't choose the Lord. You know, it doesn't work that way. Everything is according to the Lord's will. All right. And it says that ye should go and bring forth fruit. The elect is going to do this through the Spirit. You know, they're going to bring forth, they're going to help bring forth the rest of the innumerable multitude. All right. And it says, and has professed a good profession before many witnesses. All right. The elect is going to profess a good profession. That good profession. Let's see what that word profession means. Or good. Or, yeah, okay. It says has professed. All right. It says to profess, to declare openly, speak out freely, to profess oneself the worshiper of one, and that one being Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And the Lord said, roughly paraphrasing, confess his name, before the world. If you didn't do it, he wouldn't justify you. And those that 2/3, they're gonna be, they're not gonna do the work. The elect is actually going to profess the Lord's name, which was a rough paraphrase. It says to declare openly. The elect is constantly declaring openly the Lord's name. Pushing the word day in, day out, week in, week out through the Spirit. All right. Speak out freely, to praise, to celebrate, acknowledge, give thanks. All right. That's all a part of fighting the good fight of faith. All right. So, Abba Rasazada was edifying called Laim La Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Bahashim Kagdashe Shalom.